Good day, everyone. This is Brian. Let's see. Today, I was asked to do a brief introduction to the trading access Forex system. Um, I guess I was asked to do it because a lot of people find Forex intimidating, and Forex really isn't that bad if you break it down into a step-by-step learning process. So I'm just going to quickly go through the system that I came up with and what you get with it, and I guess basically how it works. I was pushed into teaching Forex, I guess you could say, by a lot of my students. If you don't know me, I've been teaching binary options for 4, maybe 5 years now. But I trade Forex, I would say 70% of the time, in binary options 30% of the time. Reason being is, a lot of you know, if you don't have a good, especially if you're in the United States, if you don't have a good binary options broker, Forex is definitely the way to go, because then you don't have to deal with shady brokers. You don't have to worry about your account growing to a big size and then withdrawing. Forex is just less of a headache on that end, and it's more of, I would say, more reliable. It also gives you a bit more of a room to play with on your win-loss ratio, a lot more room if you use correct risk reward. So to sum it up, my students asked me to do it, so I came out with a system. I've actually been working on this system for about 2 years, and I guess my students were probably pretty pissed off with me because it took so long to come out with. It's a combination, if you know me, it's a combination of an itchy visual look and moving averages and channels to basically let us trend trade. It's designed to be a trend trading system that lets you get into the initial trend, get out, and then wait for pullback, so you're jumping in and out constantly. It is designed to work on the 1 minute time frame. One of the biggest complaints I had is when you're trading Forex, sometimes it is more reliable on the higher time frames, is what the general thought is. But it's not that it's that. It's that on the lower time frames there's a little bit more noise, movement, if you want to call it that, and it's harder to keep your trades open without hitting a stop loss and closing out a trade that, even though you had the right direction, price moved in the wrong way and you got stopped out. If you don't know the terms that I'm talking about that is taught in the system, I mean, I start off with basics and walk you all the way through it. So what we came out with is what you see on the screen. It's basically, like I said, it's a mix of itchy and EMAs to let you easily look at a chart and identify when it's a good time to trade and when it's not. What we're looking at here right now is a range, so we would not be trading during this time. I'm going to go ahead and pop through a couple charts so you can take a look at what the charts look like, and I'll give a brief explanation of each chart. This is the same chart as this. It's a different view of it. It's something called Renko bars. It helps us simplify when to get into a trade. It also gives you the same information that, hey, this is not a good time to trade. The market's flat and it's ranging. If we look again, this is Euro USD. We just came out of a nice period of trading where I actually believe I took a trade, and I'll show those screenshots in a second. And now we moved into a flat where we shouldn't be trading. So if we look at it again, here's Euro USD. Slightly different look, but and I'll show you it's easy to identify your pullbacks to get into a trade. I also combined, as you can see, it has kind of a cloud feel to it, like Ichimoku does. Basically, for me, that helps me visually to see the trend when it's speeding up and when it's slowing down. EMAs are fun and all, but God, sometimes all those lines just would confuse me, to be honest. It just really would get on my nerve. This is USD JPY. We can see we had some nice entries here, but how to nail them down and whittle them down and get rid of the noise so we know when to enter. This is actually it, because we're taking time out of the picture right here. This is AUD USD, and this is AUD USD. This we could see, there might have been some potential trades, but when we come to here, this filters them out for us and says, there might not have been so many good trades as you thought. So basically, that's what the system looks like. It may look a little complicated, but it's actually very easy to trade. By combining a normal chart with this is a time-based chart with a non-time-based chart, we are able to filter out a lot of the noise and make it much easier for you to see when to get in and out of a trade. For example, the trade that we just took earlier, this was this Euro USD 1 minute. This was the trade right here. Is about 9.8 pips, as you can see. This was pretty easy to spot. There was here a pullback, and then it came out of our channel. We had our slow-moving momentum, medium, and our fast channel, and then we had a perfect setup. Now, the problem is some people wouldn't be able to spot a pullback. So what I did to make it even easier, this is it. This is the exact same trade, and there it is. That was our entry, that was our exit, there was our pullback. Very easy to identify and spot. So so basically, I'm not saying I invented a whole new trading system. What I did is I simplified a very well-proven method of trading that a lot of people use to make money. It is a rules-based system again. Of course, that way you can keep track of your metrics. In the system, we teach money management, take profits, stop loss. You even learn MT4 basics if you're new. If you're new, I recommend getting with me first or getting with someone first before you jumping in and signing up. But the system itself is pretty easy to use. I mean, if we want to go back and look, here was a pullback entry. We had our pullbacks, another entry. It's a very easy system to identify. Here was a pullback entry, and these were noise. So it's not that difficult to learn. Again, Trading Access Forex is more of an educational system. As you see, you're not going to see very many arrows. Well, you don't see any arrows or anything on the chart because we want you looking at the charts and actually learning how to trade. The advantage to this system is since it's on a 1 minute time frame is you're going to get a bunch of trades. So even if you're I wouldn't even say even. If you're pulling in 10 to 20 pips a day, that is excellent. There's some people that trade on the 15-minute, 1 hour that they struggle with between their wins and losses to balance out a 20 to 30 pip day. Where with this, you can, once you get the hang of it, you stick with it and learn it, then you can easily pull in 10 to 20 pips in a day quickly. And you don't have to sit in front of your charts, which is the drawback to a 1 hour chart, where you have to sit in front of your charts for all day long waiting for a setup to occur. With this one, I trade on an average of about 2 hours a day, and I'm able to pull in 4 to 8 trades per 2 hour session. It works best on London and US. It does work on Asia when there's movement, but you can expect the amount of pips you pull in on Asia to be decreased to about 6 to 12 max per trade, as Asia just doesn't move enough to pull in the bigger 8 to 14 to 16 pip moves. The system does have a built-in trailing stop system on it. If we look, this is our trailing stop. That's why you can see the little green lines here. That's all taught in the system. As for how the system works, it is a subscription base. It's $50 for the first month, $25 a month after that. Well, I'm sorry, it's $49.95 for the first month, $29.95 per month after that. You get about 3 webinars a week on how to use the system. Basically, it's live trading. And we go in and I answer your questions. You get to ask whatever you want, so you do get feedback. Just like with anything else that I do request that if you take trades and I'm not around, you save the trade, send it to me so I can review it and help you out and adjust in learning the system. If you lost a trade and it's because of you're using the improper take profit or stop loss, I'm going to tell you, no, dummy, you're doing it wrong. This is how you do it. But it'll help correct you and get you into the swing of things so that you can be successful faster. There is no guarantee of success in anything, guys, but this is a nice way to learn because you have a mentor walking you along. Again, what I said is it's taught through about 3 videos to initially get you up and running. So you get it set up, you watch the videos, that'll give you the idea how to use the system, when to get in and out of trades. And then with the 3 webinars a week, you just simply come in. We all have the same charts running. If I call out a trade, you can get in a trade. If you have a trade, you call it out, we'll take a look at it. Or if you take a trade, you send it to me and I review it for you to help you along with the learning process. But, I mean, quite honestly, it's very simple, very simple system. I've made it visually easy to see when to get in and out of a trade to simplify things. And along with the mentoring, I mean, I don't see any reason why someone couldn't be successful trading this way. It all just comes down to the work you're willing to put into it. Again, this is not one of those here's an alert type trade systems. This is your manual involved with your charts so that you can learn faster and become successful. But other than that, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. This is just a brief walkthrough of it, and so you can see some screenshots of what's out there and what some of the trades look like. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a great day.